I don't know what kind of like magic they have in them. They just allow for ultimate length retention when done right. However, you have to make sure that you're using the right texture. And so let's talk about these different textures.
I'm using the next 31 days to level up and lay the foundation to become that girl. This video focuses on the physical appearance part of my journey, more specifically hair. So let's get into it.
Hey friends, hey, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It is your girl, Michelle Jama, and here we cover all things hair care, skincare, law, and living your best life. Today we are gonna be talking about sew-ins, more specifically, what textures to be using with type 4 hair. So as many of you guys know, I am an extreme advocate for sew-in weaves simply because they do an excellent job of retaining your length. You can literally tuck away your ends, wash and condition and care for your hair, and retain all that new growth that comes in. Y'all know I normally just do braids or sew-ins, more particularly traditional sew-ins with leave outs, and you all know that I stick to textures that somewhat resemble my hair or make it easy to blend with my own natural type 4 hair. For those of you guys who don't know, I am combination type 4 hair, meaning I have type 4A, 4B, and a little bit of 4C all throughout my hair. I have low porosity hair, and more recently, if you watched my last update video, I've sustained a little bit of heat damage, a little bit of breakage because I over manipulated my hair over the past few months in preparation for my wedding. And so it is what it is. We're not starting over, we're just starting from a new point, and I've decided that I am going to be using sew-ins to bring me back to the length that I was at and the ultimate health that I was at before my hair took a turn for the worse because I was doing all the things. So anyways, today I want to talk about specific hair textures and hair brands that I use myself and that I highly recommend for those of you guys who want a long-term protective style and retain your length using a traditional sew-in. Before we get into hair textures, I want to talk about basic fundamentals. In order for you to rock weaves for a long period of time, you want to make sure you have someone installing your hair in a way that is comfortable. You want to make sure that they are good at braiding down your hair. You want to make sure that they're using very minimal braiding hair if possible. If they can use a net, that is golden, because then it just means that they're not sewing the strands or the thread onto your hair. There's not as much tension on your own hair. And finally, you want to make sure that they are leaving just a little bit, the most minimal amounts of leave out, i.e. just your edges and enough to cover your tracks. Those are the basics of retaining length with a sew-in. And no, I am not a professional, but this is how I've experienced extreme growth with sew-in weaves, traditional sew-in weaves over a period of time. And I found that when you have a stylist who does a great job of like laying the right foundation for your sew-in, your hair thrives. The next step of it is making sure that you are utilizing a texture that blends well with your natural hair. Now, you guys know I have talked about this a lot in my previous video. I am an advocate. I am a serious advocate for traditional sew-ins, and that's because I just feel like traditional sew-ins, I don't know what kind of like magic they have in them. They just allow for ultimate length retention when done right. However, in order to avoid the breakage with your, leave out, and in order to allow for like that natural seamless look, you have to make sure that you're using the right texture. And so let's talk about these different textures. What you see me rocking right now actually is the Her Hair Company Brazilian curly hair. The reason why I like this texture is because it actually does a good job of blending with my type 4 hair when I want to wear a twist out. Don't judge me right now. Obviously, I think this is a little bit of a 2-day-old twist out or something like that, and so it's looking a little rough. Honestly, I like wearing my hair like this simply because it looks like my hair is a little bit blended more. I find that this curl pattern is very manageable. I'm not struggling through tangles or anything like that. It doesn't mat, it doesn't do any of that. And as far as my leave out goes, all I have to do is twist my hair, my actual leave out, with some of the extension hair and use the right products. And I find that I can actually rock the look for about 3 days without having to like retwist. I will say that you have to take that with a grain of salt because this hair does not work well with me when I'm in a humid area. So for example, when I went to Mexico and was rocking this hair, this was not the move because obviously the humidity would frizz up my natural hair in addition to the curly hair itself. And so it didn't blend because the Her Hair Company Brazilian curly hair is more like a type C curl pattern and my actual hair pattern is a type 4. And so when humidity hits both of those different textures, they look different. So if you're living in a humid climate, this hair is not ideal simply because the humidity will revert your natural curls and then also do some funky things to the Brazilian curly hair, and it will just not blend. Because I am in New York right now and it is winter, my hair blends well. I can twist my hair at the beginning of the week and be fine for about 3 days before I have to retwist to blend again. And so that's my spill on her hair company. I really like this curl pattern, as I said, because it's very manageable. You don't experience a whole lot of shedding and it's very affordable. This hair actually was their 14, 16, 18 hair bundle. I did blunt cut it because I just wanted a blunt cut look, but yeah, very affordable, easy to blend, and I don't have to over manipulate my hair. The next hair texture that I want to talk about actually is my Mongolian kinky curly hair, which I get from IC Beauty Hair. Y'all, that is my go-to hair texture because it blends so effortlessly with my natural hair. When I say so effortlessly, I mean I do not have to do a twist out, a braid out, or anything to get my hair to blend with that hair. And in addition to that, not only can I wear it curly, I can blow it out to get a blowout look, and I can flat iron it to get a flat iron look, and my hair blends so well with it. I featured that hair in one of my tutorials where everybody was like, I couldn't even tell that was a weave. Literally, anytime I wear kinky curly textured hair, I get the most compliments because it actually mimics my hair. And so if you're looking for that very seamless look and you're okay with managing a tighter curl pattern, then I highly, highly, highly recommend kinky curly hair. Now, I like IC Beauty Hair. I know that there are a ton of kinky curly hair vendors out there. I prefer IC simply because they are the brand that I have been using for the longest time. I know when I first started using kinky curly hair, I was using Mercy's hair extension, and then I think I transitioned over to IC Beauty Hair. It's affordable, it does what it does, it lasts long, I love it. I like to dye my hair jet black, and so it does well with all of that. Highly recommend. The next texture that I would recommend for those who have type 4 hair like myself, if you are more of the straighter hair girl and you don't want to deal with curly hair at all, you might want to consider using Kinky Straight hair. Now, in the past, I have used Kinky Straight hair. I no longer use Kinky Straight hair because I prefer to rock curly hair, and also because I found that I can get the same look as Kinky Straight hair with my Kinky Curly or even this textured hair. And so I don't feel the need to buy straight hair because I can just buy hair that I can wear curly or straight, if that makes any sense. But if you are somebody who does not want to battle with curly hair, my recommendation is Kinky Straight hair. The vendor that I have used in the past actually is Queen Weave Beauty. I like Queen Weave Beauty simply because their hair, I just felt like they had really good bundles. Sometimes when you purchase kinky curly hair, you get bundles that are like thick at the top part, and then when you get towards the end, they're very thin and see-through. Some people like that because it feels realistic. I personally don't like that. I like when my bundles are, you know, thick from top to bottom. If I need to thin things out, I rather do that myself. If I need to cut things or trim things in a way that work for me, I prefer to do that. I just don't like when I have straight hair and it looks super thin. So yeah, I would recommend Queen Weave Beauty Hair. Another brand that I have been eyeing, like I said, I don't wear kinky straight hair, but if I were to wear kinky straight hair, there is this brand called Nkoma. It's actually a brand by a YouTuber named Iffy Yvonne. Her kinky straight hair looks bomb. As in, if I ever had to consider getting kinky straight hair, I would definitely be buying from her company because she has great reviews, and I have not seen one kinky straight hairstyle, image, whatever from her company that does not look A1. And so that is a brand that I would recommend if you're looking for like a voluminous, kinky straight, realistic looking kinky straight type of a look. Last but not least, if you are somebody who prefers to rock the more silkier textures, we're talking about the straight hair, the body waves, I recommend Kendra's Boutique body wave hair. Now, as I mentioned in my update video, I rocked a bob for 3 months, and the hair that I used with that bob was actually from Kendra's Boutique. I did another 3 bundle deal. I think it was their 14, 16, 18 length. And the reason why I like to use body wave hair instead of straight hair is, for some reason, I don't don't know why, this might be a psychological thing. For some reason, I just feel like body wave hair matches my hair better when it's straightened. And so when I go to wear a silkier straight hair texture, I tend to, you know, gravitate towards body wave hair. And then I take it a step further, I like Kendra boutiques because they just have realistic bundles, and that is just my experience. And so those are the hair brands or the hair textures that I would recommend if you are a type 4 natural who is looking to protective style and retain length with traditional sew-ins. Let's talk about maintenance in between just for a second. I know I have a video that is dedicated to that, but I figured since we're talking about weaves, let's just talk about maintenance. In order for me to get, I'm so sorry for the sirens in the background. I am filming next to my window because the lighting is best here, and the sirens. I feel like in order for you to get the full benefit of rocking a sew-in, you have to leave your hair in for at least 2 months, right? 2 months, no manipulation, no nothing like that. If you want to get best results, I feel, I know I'm not a stylist, but I feel off of my experience, my sister's experience, when we leave our sew-ins in for 3 months, you get the absolute best results. And when I say 3 months, I know people are like, huh, how can you, like, isn't that itchy? No, if you do your normal maintenance, if you, my apologies. Okay, so in order for you to get the best benefits of rocking a traditional sew-in, I feel you have to leave your sew-in in your hair for at least 2 to 3 months. You want to just leave your hair tucked away for as long as possible is what I'm trying to say. And so in order for you to keep your hair in that long, because I know people are like, how do you leave a sew-in in your hair for 3 months? It's the same way you would if you were taking care of your natural hair. You still wash and condition and moisturize your hair all the same. The only difference is it's tucked away. Now, when you're washing, either you can go to a professional, which I recommend, but if you are trying to save money like me, you're gonna minimize going to professionals and you're just gonna do it yourself. My recommendation is to use things like applicator bottles mixed with shampoo to just, you know, apply shampoo and conditioner into your hair. Do not overly disturb your braids. Just simply gently massage. Thoroughly wash and thoroughly dry your hair and moisturize in the same manner you would if you were taking care of your natural hair on its own, and you will be fine. You can literally leave your hair in for a very long time and be okay. Now, where a lot of people mess up is during the takedown process. I do have a video coming out that demonstrates what I do to like gently remove it so I retain all the length that I've grown in that time. If your takedown process is seamless, you will retain all of your length. You will experience very minimal to no damage. And in addition to all that, if you really, really want to maximize like length retention and growth, again, if you're maintaining a healthy lifestyle, eating right, you know, taking vitamins, whatever it is that you need to do, drinking your water, your hair will be flourishing while it's tucked away. I just want you to keep that in the back of your mind. Anyway, that is all I have for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. I cannot wait to see you in the next one. Deuces.